You're listening to the Monday Morning Ketchup with Christy Murdoch, presented by Writing Real Estate.
Good Monday morning and welcome to the Ketchup. My name is Christy Murdoch and I'm a writer and marketing consultant who specializes in residential real estate. If you love real estate, you'll find all the quick hit takeaways you need right here so you can catch up and hit the ground running this week with the latest real estate news. We've been talking a lot lately about NAR, the way they spend their money and the way they use their power. This week, Inman's Intel newsletter had an incredible story that really digs deep to break down NAR's finances and lets you know where your money is going. Don't miss it. I'll link to this week's newsletter in the description where you'll find all the links I mention here. In our top story, is NAR trying to buy a Missoula, Montana mayoral election? The answer is probably. Voters in Missoula, Montana have got their dungarees in a bunch over NAR's latest incursion into local politics. The organization has spent an unprecedented amount of money to sway a tightly contested mayoral race there. If you've been on the receiving end of an RPAC fundraising initiative, and who hasn't, you know that NAR prides itself on the political power it's able to wield on behalf of realtors. The stated purpose of RPAC is, according to NAR, voluntary contributions made by realtors used to help elect candidates who understand and support their interests. While that's generally understood to translate into pro-housing positions that are good for the industry overall, NAR appears to be taking a more, shall we say, focused interest in the Missoula, Montana mayoral race, pouring $125,000 into Realtor and Counselor Mike Nugent's run against the incumbent mayor and 3 other candidates. NAR's paid influence has prompted campaign finance complaints and allegations that the organization initially tried to hide its support for Nugent. However, Jim Backen, the CEO of the Missoula Organization of Realtors, said both the local and national realtor groups are in full compliance with Montana laws. Ongoing questions about shady financial activities and questionable practices at all levels continue to plague NAR. By buying elections for individual agents running for office, NAR and RPAC are opening the door to further abuses of power, financial irregularities, and erosion of the public trust in real estate professionals. Be sure to check out the newsletter link for your roundup of this week's must-know real estate news. Think of them as conversation starters for today's team meeting or this week's client consultation. The first link you'll find there is Complaints, Backlash with National Realtors' Involvement in Missoula Campaign, and that's from the Daily Montanan. As NAR searches for its next CEO, here's how it spends member dues. That's that Inman Intel article I told you about. And Nonprofit Explorer from the National Association of Realtors from ProPublica will give you a breakdown of exactly where the money is coming from and going to. Next up, have you seen Barbie yet? My daughters and I saw it opening weekend and just loved it. There's no question the movie is an international juggernaut with more than $1 billion at the global box office. And it's got me thinking about dream houses. While real estate pros often market almost exclusively to couples with kids, many single women are looking for ways to make homeownership work on their own. Check out my Inman article to find out how to help. That story is called Making Homebuying Smoother for Untraditional Clients, and it's linked in the newsletter. On the Writing Real Estate blog this week, if you're one of those people who apologizes constantly, you need to check out my featured blog post this week. It's all about the verbal habits that often undermine our professionalism, especially for women. You'll find lots of examples and advice to help you present yourself with more confidence in both your written and verbal communication. Shifting gears, you know that I love to share new resources and new follows with you. Today I've got 3. The first one is Jen Percival, whose Women Rocking Real Estate podcast provides a community that's focused on mindset, education, and building the business of your dreams on your terms. Check out her website for her most popular episodes, including the one where I'm featured talking all things real estate writing. As a side note, this community is truly incredible. So many of Jen's listeners reach out to me for bios and property descriptions, and they are always wonderful to work with. Check out her stuff and get engaged. You're going to get to know a lot of awesome folks. Next, I've got a couple of great resources for you to check out. There's nothing as fun as real estate eye candy, and Mansion Global's Instagram feed is filled with it. From elegant interiors to the most stunning drone shots, you'll be inspired every time you scroll through. Check out their link in the newsletter. Once you've looked at all of those luxury properties, you'll want to keep up with the latest luxury real estate news. If you're an Inman subscriber, make sure you receive the Luxury Lens newsletter. It comes out every Friday afternoon. I also link to their feed in the newsletter. Next, let's talk about how to differentiate your marketing with professional listing descriptions. Professional photography is a no-brainer for marketing your listings, but what about professionally written listing descriptions? Bullet points and square footage simply aren't enough to showcase your listings. You need to tell a story and provide the details that elevate your listing above the rest. Impress your sellers and improve your unique value proposition with my property description service. 24-hour turnaround for $100. Check out the link in this week's newsletter or at the Writing Real Estate website. And finally, if you're a broker or team leader, you can partner with the Ketchup. Providing value-added services to your agents is a time-consuming and price-sensitive part of leadership. While you want to make your team smarter, better informed, and more professional, providing the tools they need can be a difficult task. As a decades-long professional educator and a real estate writer, I know what it takes to help your team stay on top of the most essential news, hone their marketing skills, and think ahead to the twists and turns of the real estate industry journey. Let me help you help your agents. Check out the details and all of the other links I've mentioned today in the Ketchup. It's the Writing Real Estate newsletter that comes out every Sunday morning so you can get a 24-hour head start on your week. Like, subscribe, and share this video, and click the link in the description, or the one shown here, to subscribe to the newsletter and have the Sunday edition of the Ketchup delivered straight to your inbox. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and have a beautiful week.